Welcome everyone to the Challenge After Show. Tonight, Pamela and I are talking about the challenge, season 41, Vets and New Threats, episode 13. They are like cockroaches.
Yep.
I thought a very
All right.
appropriate title for the episode for sure.
Yeah, at least it worked. Sure. It
At
was great.
first,
It was awesome.
I thought she was gonna say, or someone was gonna say the line after they won again, but they said it right up at the top. So I was like, oh wait, maybe they're just saying they bend like cockroaches, you know? But then it turns out they definitely are because they won again tonight.
Yes.
Spoiler alert: Theo and Adrian won yet again. So
Yes.
congrats to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, why don't you give me your overall thoughts, then I'll do mine, and we'll start breaking this thing down.
Okay. So again, don't listen to this if you haven't watched it because we already spoiled. So spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I was really, really happy that I thought Theo and Adrian were going to win the daily. So I was bummed that they didn't. I'm definitely team Theo and Adrian right now in terms of I love America and Leroy, and they were so cute. And also with the Dan foreshadowing how you always know who's going home. When they showed them on the phone, they showed America on the phone with Corey. That was her boyfriend from Big Brother that she met on
Yeah,
Big Brother, who is still her
the one
boyfriend.
that she was trying to cheat on this show,
I
supposedly, but they
don't
didn't
think
show
she
it.
was
I'm just wondering if that's the same guy.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the trying to like even if those things are 100% true, wasted makeouts, not again,
Wow. Oh,
I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't know that she was trying to cheat on him. Like I don't think it was a when you're kissing guys, girls, people that are in relationships, you're not taking it very
you and I
serious.
have a very different definition of cheating then.
I've we're I don't I think Corey and America are still together from what I understand. So I don't think that
That doesn't mean she didn't try to cheat or
in any event,
successfully
in any
go do
event,
that.
yes, that's the one.
But anyways, go on with your statement. Sorry, go
And
on.
part two, no, that's okay. So I adore her and I adore Leroy. It was great to see Cam. Having said that, I was very much rooting for Theo
Oh yeah,
and Adrian at this point because it's like, come on.
right.
Also, I love Leroy and America. I really do. And their relationship is great. They're adorable. Sad to see them go. Like them. They're not a good team.
No.
If they had somehow pulled out a win on this puzzle, I would have been furious
Hmm.
just because
Especially when they decided to change the rules at the end because they were taking too long the other way. I'm like, then when when America and Leroy solved it to tie it up, I was like, no, they would never have successfully done it if it kept spinning. So I'm like, if they end up winning this, I'm like, that's not fair. At least well, the way I looked at it is Theo and Adrian, they were able to solve one while it was spinning. If you want to have a time limit and have it be they solved one, they solved zero, just give Theo. Don't change the rules to have it you have to finish two. Get out of here. Just be making a time limit, an hour to solve as many as you can. So if one person gets
right,
one person, that's it. Don't change the rules now because now the good person, America, who's better at puzzles than Leroy was not going to solve that puzzle if you gave him eight hours to do it. He wasn't
right.
going to solve it. So my point is, when you give America a whole minute just to look at it without spinning, then to me that's BS. You're supposed to work as a team on this. It was supposed to be a team thing. Anyway, whatever. We can get
Yeah.
more into that later. Thank
Yeah.
God that the
No,
right team
I
won.
agree
Yeah.
100%. I didn't even think of that they should have just timed out. But yeah, no, it would have been very, very frustrating. Um, Overall, I really liked it. I love Nani and Justin. They're my second favorite. So it's fun actually to watch the show and have people that you like on two sides of the alliance.
Yeah, this is
So
like I've been saying for weeks now. This is Nani's season. I said like 3, 4 weeks ago, her endurance looked like it was better during one of like the mini final or some long distance thing, and she's winning a lot. And I think Justin's a really good salt to her pepper, whatever you want to call it. You know, so it's really working well with them
it
together.
is.
Yeah.
It is. It's supportive. It's great. I love them. Very, very happy about that. And I thought it was kind of fun, the challenge today. For them, I liked it. It incorporated all the things that we wanted to incorporate. Not that fun to watch.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah, I was like, let's go to the jumping. I don't know who's
I like the idea that they having to balance. I thought that was kind of cool because the hay bales were falling over. They were
yeah.
almost falling over onto their teammates at points. It took a lot of strategy, which I liked. And like I was thinking right away, why is nobody stacking the hay bales this way? Because you're getting an extra, even if it's just 6 inches per hay bale. Like why wouldn't more of them do that?
Wait, which way?
Okay, so the hay bale is longer. This it's like this hay bale,
Oh,
right?
you mean the
But if you flip it up
narrower.
this way, it becomes taller. So if you stack them taller, you don't have to get as many hay bales. And that's what I think that's what Justin and Nani ended up doing. And I was thinking that the whole time. Then it actually came to fruition where I actually did. I was like, there you go. Someone's coming up with some good ideas here. So that's fun. I like that.
Yeah. Um, there's a lot of good strategy that could be implicated if you had a lot of time. Now I'm like, oh, they should have made stairs with it, like put one tall, and there's all sorts of things to do. But Theo, this was a great last week, I think it was when we talked about Michaela calling Theo big. Theo is enormous. He is a giant
This
guy.
is the
Like,
one that he should like. Yeah, he should be tall. He should have a huge advantage in this one, and they should have won it. But we can get into that in a second
but
too.
we don't usually get to see people lined up. It's hard to have an accurate comparison, but didn't you looked it up last week? Is he 6'7" or
I
something? Like he's something
I can't. I
insane,
don't even have my phone on me. That's
which
so
was
bad. Yeah,
great
I
for
believe you. I thought I saw that he was 6'6". I'm probably wrong at that, but it's not even just his height. His arm length is ridiculous as well. So him being able to lift up to get that key, I mean, he has an advantage over everyone on the field in this particular daily challenge for sure. So the fact that he thought like I wish Adrian kind of put her foot down and said, "No, go up there, just try it one time for me, Theo. If it doesn't, if you can't, just try get up there one time. If you don't reach it, I'll get more hay bales with you, no problem. Try it one time." And I mean, he could have freaking yanked that. Oh, he could. I think he could have had it, but whatever. It's over
Okay.
now. They didn't go home anyways. It actually made us like them more because they got to go into another elimination, prove themselves again, show us why they're the challenge darlings for this season, at least halfway through the season. I mean, obviously a lot of people were CT Tay fans, but they're gone now. We have to find someone else to root for, really, because
Yes.
I can't wait to get into all these people that I'm not rooting for on this show at this point in this season. It's getting a little ridiculous. Some of these attitudes. Let's start from the top, Pamela.
Okay.
We go to
Go
the
ahead.
top. Theo and Adrian win the last elimination from the week before, and you got Sydney and America, especially America. This really peed me off. Who hasn't done crap this whole season, shitting on the who they had to beat. Well, Derek couldn't do anything. But it doesn't matter. Look, the way that the challenge works is whoever they're in against, that's who you play. All right. You play the person in front of you. It doesn't matter that Derek sucked at this. I don't care that Derek sucked at it. That's not Theo's problem. Theo's only problem is beating the person across from him, and he did that no problem. So for them to downplay their win, that pees me off. And guess what else? Um, if they didn't get to choose who they went as. If you're worried about Theo and Adrian coming back, like put them up against someone better. But then again, Derek and it's not a good example though because Derek and what's her face they lost. They automatically went in and they went against. But like if you really are concerned about Theo and Adrian they keep coming back. Why not wait until a really good person gets in there if you're really concerned about that? Because they keep coming back with more and more confidence. It's absolutely insane. They're not even concerned about going into eliminations now. It's kind of like Adam and what's his face the other season. Like, oh, this is part of the. Stop giving them so much experience if you think they're going to keep coming back. Like, my God,
And
it's
bonding
bad.
them as a team, which is
All
huge.
all
Those
these things,
things
making
do
them stronger.
matter because we could argue that Olivia and Will are on paper one of the strongest teams, but they're not getting along. It does matter so much. And
It
same with
does.
and Nani and Justin's energy is so good. And same with Ashley and her partner. It definitely matters a lot.
Yeah, and
So
Will's really looking down on Olivia. Look, I know
Will,
Olivia was part of the Ladies of Leisure the season before. She's a fine competitor this season. She beat Lekka in an endurance elimination. Look, I get that she couldn't carry a heavy hay bale. A lot of the girls couldn't. It's too heavy for them. Men and
it's
women they're built differently, and it's also an awkward, like you just said, it's awkward to hold
yeah.
that hay bale. I get it. So like, give her a break. There's a way to talk to your partner too. Not doing it for me. So I want to be a fan of Will's, but I am just not at
I
this
am
point.
not. I officially, it's, I'm glad that you said that because I officially Well, back to the intuitiveness. In the beginning, my other notes were they're talking shit about Theo, and then I'm like, oh, bye guys, because Leroy and America were featured more heavily than
Oh,
they ever have been before.
when they did the whole
And
backstory of Leroy playing for his family, I literally wrote down, okay, I'll read it to you.
I wrote bye
Leroy
guys, like,
confessional to start, not good for him. I wrote it
yeah.
down in the notes. Like, yeah,
Sad face bye guys is what I wrote because I was like, all right. And my other overall is again, I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't like Will. Is he's the
no,
one that's hooking up with Nani, right?
yeah, not Jake.
Yeah. I'm still today I had to write to myself, Will is the American one.
However,
Jake is
have you heard
the
through the Yelp oh my God, the Instagram news and everything? What's happening?
Anissa, is it about that?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. You heard
so
that too?
that Anissa beeped Will right
Yep.
after and then called. Yeah, Anissa, listen,
What
I don't
again, another person I'm not a fan of this season. I don't know what's going on with her, but we'll get into that
well,
later.
that is another testament to partners working well together. Her and Jake seem to be getting along and they're not losing, so that's
Yeah.
good. I
Yeah,
mean,
they're also
and
not winning though, so they're
they're
just
not
being
winning, but they're flying under the radar, which is, I think, for them better than to show up under the radar. Like,
yeah, they tried to give Jake a storyline tonight, him talking to Leo. I'm like, man, this guy is like wallpaper too. He is so boring. Jake and Anise, that team is just to me, I'm like, whatever, man.
well, fortunately, they're not very heavily featured. I mean, I have nothing against him, and I have nothing
No, I don't
against
have
her.
anything against. I don't have anything against technically anybody on this show. It's just like as far as entertainment value,
Okay.
Jake. I mean, I'm not trying to be like I can't wait to. I really hope they bring Jake back on another season. Same with America. Like people like are fans of America. Why? She's
I like
not.
America
Okay,
because we
but
know her from a
you
different
watched her
show.
on a different show. I've never the only show I watched her on was this. She sucks at the daily challenges. She has no endurance, no strength. She's supposedly good at puzzles. She lost to Theo tonight in a puzzle.
Theo's
Theo's
smart. I think
yeah, I'm
Theo's
not saying Theo's smart, but if you thought about Theo, you're not gonna say he's got good at puzzles. He's really good at puzzles. His Sudoku that he did earlier in the season, the guy couldn't do crap on that, and he was teamed with America for that one. So
numbers, though. Numbers are different than
I
so
agree.
I
You're
hate
right.
so
Yep.
anyway. But yes, no, and it was definitely the teamwork, not America's fault. I like America 100% because I know her personality from another show, but I
Right.
think she's sweet. I do think she was a pleasant contribution to this show. I'm not going to say she rocked it and it made me love her, but I liked her and Leroy's relationship. Was so sweet and supportive that's nice. And
Sure.
he's a nice guy. So, I'm like, I'm glad he had a nice partner. I'm glad they
I'm
got
glad he was
along.
sweet to her, considering he did not perform well this season. No one ultimately none of the rookie girls wanted to be paired with him. And guess what? America didn't really have a choice because she's not a strong rookie female. So yeah, she better be pleasant to Leroy, and he better be pleasant back because they got stuck together because there wasn't many options left. That's just
They
the
were. They really did make the best of it, though. I think that's
right.
a testament to they're very sweet people. They were very respectful. They worked well together. They didn't, instead of like Will, the example of Will, like back off. Olivia's good. I don't want to sit here and defend Olivia.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
not like I'm
get it. I
Olivia's.
don't. I look. I'm not saying she's like the strongest female on the show right now. I like a Sydney over her and a few others. But Olivia, she's right below that. She's gonna perform well this season. If they have to go into elimination, I would never count them out. Olivia and Will in elimination, like I think that they have very good chances of coming back. And I think overall, let's remember the finale. If it's on a regular season of the challenge, which this technically is, right? It's a
Yes.
lot. It's a lot of endurance. And I'm sorry, but if there's going to be a lot of running and whatnot, I think Will and Olivia will be good at that. I can see them. I mean, we can see any of these teams winning because every single freaking week, like someone does bad, someone it's like there's never like consistency, right? It's always like someone else's. But like I think they have a good shot of winning this. Like I'll go out and say I'll jump on a limb here. Olivia and Will have a chance at winning this. I don't want to say it's just as good as Sydney and Turbo, but at the same time, that relationship seems to be cracking at the seams too. I think Sydney seems like she's. Remember, we saw that Sydney said she would never go back on the challenge again.
Now I did see her say, well, I might reconsider
Okay,
that.
did she say that? But like, I think whatever happens with her and Turbo in the next couple episodes, including this one too, I think Turbo is becoming more controlling. I don't know if they're working together as good as you might think. I mean, they almost lost tonight in the hay bale challenge. What
I
the hell
don't
was that about? You
think it's
know,
him. I think it's two. Well, first of all, and I
I
didn't want
think
to look
he's
this up.
somewhat to blame,
But
Pamela.
I'm not saying he's not, but I
Okay,
think there's two well, hold on. Let me say this. So the reason so first of all, with Sydney, I didn't look this up because I was like, I know some spoiler for the challenge is going to come up when I put in like
It's,
Sydney.
I
So I
know.
didn't even do it, but I was under the impression that she came on this I thought she won her season of Survivor.
Did
And
she
that's
not? I
where
don't even know.
apparently someone was like, get the fuck out of here with your like pre-jury eliminate. Apparently she was one of the first off on Survivor. So that's,
Really? We
I
got to
need
look that. I wish I had my
clarification.
phone.
I
Are you?
need I have my phone and I don't want to look because it's going to pull up like loses next week. Something's
No,
going to
just
come
type
up.
in did Sydney win her season of Survivor? Just keep it Survivor related. Don't even mention this challenge. Just write did Sydney win her
Did
season of Survivor?
Sydney
Yeah.
win Survivor?
Yes, done. It'll that
Because
that
I thought she was coming on with I'm the Survivor. No, Sydney did not win Survivor. She
okay.
was a contestant on Survivor 4-1, where she was voted out seventh after the split vote and a failed attempt. So I don't know how much
So
seventh is
seventh
on that
is, I mean, that
scale.
means that six people were voted out before. So if she made it to
Yeah, but I think
episode
there's
seven or
like
eight,
20 on, I think that
okay.
starts
So
with
she didn't,
like,
yeah, she didn't make it very far. Then if there's 20, I don't know, whatever. I
so I
never
think
watched Survivor.
she was voted out before the split. So when they split, they're playing individually until they become teams. The point is then whatever I saw was correct. That Sydney, shut the fuck up. Even Michelle won her Survivor season when she came in. Sydney got voted out early, and I'm sure, according to Sydney, it's because everyone was threatened by her, and she was so great.
Well,
But
look, I mean, there's some truth to that. I mean, I know Theo was trying to save his own butt. I get it during the voting section, the jury, whatever you want to call it. But like, he obviously gave his props to Sydney and Turbo. And I don't disagree. I don't want to see them in a final either. And people do need to start stepping up.
no, I
When
agree.
Aviv was like, oh, maybe we'll be able to get them later. Are you sure about that, Aviv? Because if they win the next couple of dailies, you won't even have the option to try to get them, and you still have to get the House on that side to vote them in. They did end up getting 3 votes, so they were close. But
Well, let's go back
I know,
to
we're not even
that.
close there
Well,
yet.
no,
Yeah,
I'm blaming because you're saying you are blaming him, and I'm saying
not
I'm not
100%, but he
blaming
has
him.
something to do with it. Yeah,
They're both too alpha, and I'm glad they love each other and they're excited that they're partners with each other and stuff. But he has a natural deficit, just as English is not his first language with communication. Then
mm,
plus, I think he's not great with communication. On top of that, even if we were speaking the same language. So,
right.
and I think she's probably not either. So I blame real teamworky ones on their volatility, and communication's going to be hard. Like he's strong and he has endurance and he can do stuff. But when you're doing puzzles, it's difficult, and they'll do good at some things and I think they will not do well at other things. And Turbo is good at puzzles, but I don't know if he's the best teammate, and I don't know if she is. I think it's I blame each of them equally.
Yeah,
So,
I do think, I wanted to say like, oh, being tall in this challenge is a huge advantage. Now, Turbo is on the shorter side. I don't think he's like super tall. His arms don't seem super long. So like that didn't help them, but I just don't know how they got that far behind. I mean, the
but
order
Justin
of
and Nani, how did they? So these are the kind of this is where I need you to
Well, I
break down.
do. They carried 3 hay bales. That was the key. Was having, I mean, most of the time, I think every time the guys would carry 2 hay bales and the girl carried one, so that upped their chances of bringing an extra, foot and a half of a hay bale each time across to the pole. That helped.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, you're right. I mean, Nani and Justin. I mean, I think that they communicate really well. They stacked the hay bales very precisely to make them as balanced as possible. Nani was able to bounce from the ground. Justin is a gymnast, isn't he? A gymnast?
Cheerleader. He's a
Whatever
cheerleader.
he is, that's my point. Balance.
But an acrobat. I
Is
mean, like
it?
he's a yeah,
Yeah,
balance.
balance on something that's unstable. That's going to come in handy there. And then they realize to flip the hay bale to get a little extra oomph. I don't know how tall Justin is, but I don't think he's like super short, or I think he's like average height.
I mean, him and
And I think
Nani
their
appear to
speed.
be the same height when they're standing next to each other.
Him and who? Nani.
Nani, so that's like an average. Like I think Nani's probably not small, but she's not tall, tall. I mean, I feel like he's a
Five
smaller
eight,
guy.
5'8". Maybe
I-
he's 5'10". I don't know.
yeah, he's not he's a smaller guy though, admittedly. I mean, he's like a gymnast. Yeah, he is. You have to be
Yeah, but
that.
I mean, for the haystack heist, Nani and Justin win, and then the first confessional you see is Ashley, which I thought was very interesting. And she goes, usually I'm not happy when another team wins, but I'm happy for them. But see, you took it that way. You know how I
Oh,
took it?
yes. No, I like love. Okay, how did you take it?
I took it as, well, Ashley's best friends with Nani this season. She knows she's goddamn
Yeah.
safe. She didn't want not she
Oh,
wants to, but
well,
like
Nani doesn't have a vote, though. The winning team doesn't get to vote in. I mean, Ashley's,
that is then that's true. But at
yeah,
the same time, when someone on your side wins, like if Theo and
yeah.
Adrian won, there's a bigger chance for Ashley to be put down there than it is if
I don't think
Nani.
Ashley was like, my heart's grown 20 sizes. I think she was saying, I'm happy for Nani because Nani and I are allies this season.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I think I agree with you. I don't think she's like, oh my God. But she was still genuinely, I think,
It's going to
happy
be
for her.
interesting. It's going to be interesting to see Ashley next week because I don't know if you saw the next on the challenge. They're in the water. I guess the water's cold. She can't complete something, and she's like yelling out that she thinks she's going to have to go in now. She needs to. She just can't. As soon as something goes like even a little bit wrong, she can't. It's like it's the world is ending. I'm going home now. It's like, well, hold on, no, you still haven't lost the daily challenge. Try to complete it, and even if you get last, guess what? You don't automatically go home. You get to try to stay in the game by going into elimination.
Yeah.
She really just
I
jumped all
hope
the way to the other side. It's
they
crazy.
don't go. I really am enjoying her and Nani's allyship this season. And I like their friendship a lot. I think it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not. I know who I'm rooting for. I'm kind of rooting for the other side of the house at this point, besides Anissa. But
I like it because I'm not, sometimes when I really, really, really am invested, it's like so stressful. And right now,
I was stressed out watching the elimination. I
I was
was. I
stressed
was
out
like, I
watching
don't
the
want if Theo
elimination.
goes home because I already lost CT. I was like, God, if Theo goes home, I got to find someone else to root for now. Like, I really don't
Well,
see anyone else.
now, because of the way it's panned out, this is how people become our challenge favorites, is when they're the underdog, which Theo
Right.
is doing a great job. And Adrian, we have to give her credit too. She's being a good partner. She's no,
Well, she's being supported, but
she is
Theo solved those puzzles. Theo solved those puzzles.
she wasn't great last week, but I think in all the other last week with the pillow thing, she
No,
sucked.
she was awful. Yeah.
But in all other things, it's there. You can't be a Turbo and a Sydney. I think Theo wouldn't be able to thrive and do what he's doing with a different kind of partner. I think she's a perfect partner for him. I think they're balanced. They're getting along. She takes commands from him. Like you can't have too many cooks are gonna spoil the stew, as they say.
I
Too
don't.
many
You're
cooks
not
in the
seeing the
kitchen.
cracks like I am. I'm starting to. I just. We'll see what pans out. Maybe you'll be right. Maybe I'll be right. I am seeing cracks with Turbo and Sydney that I think are going to start to reveal themselves more and more and more.
Well, they're both bullheaded, so it's going to be like, it's your fault. Like today, nobody likes to not win, put it that way. Whenever you, with Turbo and Sydney today,
hmm
yes, they were on, it was going to be them or they almost went in.
Yeah,
So
against it could have been
against,
Yeah, it was either them or Leroy or America. Right.
yeah, so of course, you're going to start seeing cracks when
Yeah.
that's going on. I mean, I don't think there's any way not to. And
What did you? Just a random question because I thought this was. I didn't even understand what this was. What did you think of Jake's plan? You like Jake's plan during the daily challenge? Did you even remember what he tried to do?
Jake's plan was
Jake's
like
plan.
slow and steady.
Jake's
I said like
plan,
he
Jake's
was just,
plan, like I don't even understand what it was. First of all, they went to the opposite pole first.
oh, that was Anissa's plan to
No,
start
that was
the play
Jake's plan
this.
because no, that was Jake's plan because then Anissa said, "Well, it's we have to do them both, so I'll just go along with whatever one he wants to do first." But then his plan was to take just the key off and leave the ring, I think, to make people think that they hadn't gotten their key yet.
Oh, right.
Wasn't that the other part? I'm like, and Jake was like so proud of himself. He's like, "See, this is what we got to think outside
Right.
the box." I'm like, Jake, what? It's not that great. I don't maybe I'm missing something that they can tell us in the comments, but I don't see what the big whoop was
No, it
about, man.
didn't. It also was much ado about nothing because who cares? They weren't close to winning anyway,
No,
so
they
it's
were
like,
not
who
close.
cares?
They got I can tell you where they got sixth. Where are they on this
I think
list?
they got sixth or seventh, something like that. Maybe they didn't get top anything.
Oh, they got
They weren't
sixth. They
bottom
got
two.
six. They got
Okay.
six. They finished right before Olivia and Will, who got seventh.
Okay.
Okay, and there was nine teams altogether. So yeah, six was pretty far down there.
Yeah, I mean, listen. when you got to come up with, you got to think outside the box because you know you're not going to win on like speed and strength. Did it make any sense to me? No. It was like, who was that other person that thought they were masterminding? Like, but when they see us coming,
I
it
don't
was
remember.
last season. I don't remember, but it was this, it was like that. It's like when they see you coming, what? Like it didn't, it was the same sort of theory like that. I don't
Um,
remember who it
it
was.
wasn't Frank. It wasn't Frank, right? From you're talking about from All Stars 5?
Oh, it might have been Frank, or it might
No,
have been, I don't remember, but, and I'm not good. I don't think I'm
it's
ever going to
fine. We don't have
remember
to
at
keep.
this point. We
Okay.
can,
Let's get
yeah.
into I mean the club is next. I
Wait, we
mean,
have to talk about the like group massage to, this was
do
for way
we? I
in
kind
the
of wanted to
beginning.
skip over it, but sure, go
Okay, I
ahead.
just didn't understand. Why were they, I'm like, Cedric, it's a group massage. Why?
Because
What?
you know what? They wanted to show us other things going on in the house besides
Okay.
strategy talk, and that's what the producers could come up with. And it was a much ado about nothing. You've got Nani giving a massage, who's hooking up with Will at the time, and you've got Aviv giving a massage. Okay, and she has a husband. Good
Yeah.
job, Aviv. I don't know.
Well,
Um,
it was like, I don't understand. Were they trying to suggest something? I mean, they seemed like they
Again,
were
I don't think
suggesting.
so. It's just that's what they thought would be like some like entertain. I don't know, but it was much ado about nothing for me. It's like why Aviv,
I guess it was just a goof. Let's look at these goofs in the house having fun,
I
doing a group
guess I was like
massage.
to me I was like to me it just like reminded me that Aviv likes to touch other men. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
With the bananas thing that happened the other same season, if I'm Aviv, I'm probably the camera's right there. It's not like it was a hidden camera that was up in the
I
side.
don't think her
Like
husband though thinks she's gonna like have a
no,
group
I don't either.
relationship with
I'm just saying, like,
Cedric
if
and
I'm
watch
Aviv, like, well, why am I doing that? Like, come on, why is
because
this
you're
even happening
bored.
right
I
now?
mean, I think they're just literally bored. They didn't do anything.
And I'll say this though, and from a guy's perspective, as a married man, there's no way I would ever massage a female on TV, not on TV, no way. Not as like as a friend, hell no, not happening. I would never do it. So
I
that's my look. You do it. Everyone in the world can do what they want. Personally,
I
you
feel
know, I was
like
single for a long time. I finally got married. I'm giving my all to that one person. I ain't touching nobody, no other girl in an inappropriate way, from what I perceive it as. But yeah, right.
I completely agree when you said that. I was thinking, like, hell no, I would not let. I'm thinking that these three girls, obviously, I feel like obviously, and we all know this, but knowing this and feeling this, I feel like there's no way in hell I think Aviva's husband thinks like, don't touch that girl. However, I wouldn't like to see it. But imagine if you're a guy, imagine because I think they think he's like a little brother. Like I think for Aviv who
No,
has
I
kids, he's
get.
a
They
husband.
definitely think he's like a little brother. I think.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
imagine for you if it was Golden Bachelor and it was like a 70-year-old woman, like wouldn't Stacy be if you and two friends were like, yeah, we'll rub like your backs. So you wouldn't, it's not a threatening. I
I
don't think it's,
yeah. I still. I just to me it just threw
I
me
mean,
off. Throws me off. I don't.
I'm
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
saying, I don't
Right, but
think
you're saying you wouldn't appreciate if a
I
female
wouldn't
was
appreciate it if
giving
he was
Luke what?
20. No, but if it was like, but I don't think Luke would care if there was like a clearly like little brother situation and me and friends were like, let's like, it's like they're just not
Sure.
private.
No, I
Nothing.
yes. I see what you're. No, I don't. It didn't look that
It,
sexual, if you will.
right.
But from Cedric's point of view, he seemed to be enjoying it. Just throwing it out there. He was definitely. He wasn't
I love
not
a good
into
massage.
it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was just literal boredom, like camp activity where
Right.
you're like,
You
let's put barrettes in
Pamela,
your
you
hair.
love bringing it back to camp. Everything
Because you
goes
have
at
nothing
camp.
to do and you're together 24/7. It's like this. You're in a house and you're like, let's throw toothpicks at the cracks in the wall. Literally, it's like almost like being you just
Right.
start to
But
do things.
they were throwing hands near cracks of the body, so that's a little different. All right,
Yeah.
let's move
All
on.
right.
I see.
Anyway,
I wasn't even planning on even talking about
I
Cedric.
just wanted
Thank
to
you for
hear
bringing
what,
it up. No, it's
sorry.
fine.
Yeah, I
It's
was just
fine. No, it's good. I was gonna skip over it because to me I was like, I don't even want to deal with it. All right, here we go.
because it was
Uh,
nothing. There's nothing really to say, but I was like, that was such a strange thing to
I thought
show.
we actually came up with a lot of things to say about it once we started
Yeah.
going. Leroy at the club. Okay, so I wanted to bring this up to you because I always love when people say things like this. He says about eliminations because now they know they're going into an elimination. He says, I've won a lot more than I've lost. He says that to America to kind of give her confidence that he's really good at this. Do
Yes.
you want to guess his elimination record?
Ooh, is
Because I
it
was
like
like,
a
right when
very
you
like
said
has
that,
he
I'm like, I gotta look it up. I gotta know what his elimination record is. He's won a lot more than he's lost. Let's
I'm
see what this is.
I'm gonna guess that he's like won seven and lost six or something like that. Like I
Right,
don't
right,
think
right. That's a great guess. He's
right.
actually won nine and lost six. So a little
Oh,
bit,
okay.
but you were right there. Yeah.
Well, that's what I
So
mean. Like he has won technically more than he's lost.
yes,
That's
but
not
when you say I've won a lot more than I've lost, nine and six, it's not a bad record by any means. We know eliminations are super
it's
sketchy. You
not
don't know,
great. It's not
but it's
great.
not like an
No, it's
insane amount. And now he lost last night, so now he's 9-7. So there you go. Now 9-7.
well, he was I appreciated that he was trying. He's like, this is the time to pump her up as the vet, not to sort of
Right.
make her feel comfortable because they were going in. So
Yeah.
there's no
Did you
point in
like
being
her?
like,
She's like, yeah, I've already been into an elimination this season, but the other person got DQ'd. I'm like, so you
yeah,
weren't? Come on, get out of here! Don't even mention. Don't bring that
yeah,
up. You were not in
can't help
elimination.
it.
You just stood there. You stood in the sand and did nothing and won. This is this also at the club. This is where Jake talks to Leo about. He says, look, we got to try to put Turbo and Sydney in. Now this Jake. Not bad. You're trying to go after someone big. I get it. You're trying to get Leo, your friend, on your side. But Leo is being controlled by Ashley. Let's be real. He's not going to mess with that vet.
But
Ashley was never. I don't blame Leo, though, because Ashley's never going to be like, you're right, Leo. Let's put in Turbo. Like, what Ashley's going to do is what Ashley wants to do.
right.
Leo is not going to change her mind. And you know what? To cause a tiff with Ashley when you know you basically have to be partnered with her the rest of the season, I don't think it's worth it either, Leo. So I'm kind of team Leo on just like at this point you are the rookie and just kind of go with the flow with her.
Well, especially at this point in the game where it's like Theo and Adrian at this point are the easy say. I mean, they
Sure,
are.
that too.
You don't want to start turning on your own numbers that are a good team and might, it's like it just doesn't make any sense for me.
Yeah, because
So
if
it's not
in theory, if Theo and Adrian come back every week, the chance of you staying in is so much greater than if they go home. So why not just keep sending them in
right.
and hoping they come back? I get the concept. Yeah, we've seen it
Exactly.
before.
And also, it's like I understand, Jake, that Anissa's best friend is like that's your alliance. You want me to sort of betray my it doesn't make any sense for Ashley and her partner to have done that. So
However, if they did do it, it would have turned it so Turbo and Sydney would have gone down there against Leroy and America. But you know what? From the other side, I don't think that Turbo and Sydney are losing that. So now guess what y'all
no,
did? Y'all just pissed off Turbo. So like
right,
that's what I'm saying. I'm on Team Leo. Like we know that Leroy and America aren't that great. We
right,
know that we're most likely going to send down Theo and Adrian that can beat them. So why am I going to ruffle feathers with Turbo and Sydney? Yeah,
right,
I get that concept, and I think maybe that's what Aviv is thinking too. We'll get them later.
right.
But the only thing I don't agree with Aviv is I'm not sure you're gonna get them later, though, Aviv.
I
Just
think they'll get them later now that they're
really,
on
okay.
momentum. Well, potentially. I don't think it's a guarantee, but I think when you start getting on that bad momentum, it's not great. Uh, and it can carry you. And they have to turn it around if they're gonna turn it around, is what I'm saying. Now, this is where I have a question. So when we're talking strategy, are we there yet, or are we still at the club?
You go
More
past the
fun stuff.
yeah. The only oh yeah yeah we're past the club because the next chunk is when everyone is kind of crapping on Theo and Olivia's relationship. But what were
Oh,
you gonna say? We'll get to
oh,
that next.
mine is another
We'll go
Michaela, what
back.
are you thinking? We have to
Okay.
make this segment of Michaela, what are you thinking?
Okay.
To the point where I'm like, did I get this wrong? Didn't Michaela come out and try and get everyone to vote in Aviv and Yermi at
She
some
did.
point?
She opened up the sliding
And
glass door
why?
and time.
I mean, I understand me because they're a good team. They're better than her. Like, she doesn't want to compete with them, but aren't they? This is where good Michaela. No, Michaela. This is where she does this stupid shit where it's like, what?
Yeah,
Aren't they, first of all, in an alliance? Like, aren't they part of the same
I
number?
think because you think Aviv is definitely with Nani and
Yes,
Ashley, and
that
then
room,
Michaela's
but
been
they're
trying to work
approving.
with them too. I think maybe it is Michaela saying, "Look, we are going to have some strong teams in the final, but maybe she was like, well, Aviv and Jeremy, I'm least attached to. So I mean, look, Aviv and Michaela, they were never on a challenge together. The fact that Michaela is considered a vet and is a completely different style of vet than Aviv is. Aviv has been around since the early 2000s. Michaela came in like 2018. Like that's not the same vet to me. So
Yeah.
that's why Michaela's probably like, yeah, throw him in. She has nothing to with Aviv and
No, but
Yuri.
what? It's bad for her game at this point to be throwing out their
Yeah,
names.
but
Like
who did she say it to? She said it to who was out on that balcony on the in the outs on those couches out
I
there.
I
It was
think
like two guys that like would never turn their
it
back
was
on Michaela.
guys that would not, but you can't, but things get
I know.
and I almost hope it does come because I was like, Michaela, why wouldn't you be? Yes, they're a strong team, I guess is the only
Yeah, I'm
reason
so
I feel like
she
she would
event it looks
want
like she I mean she obviously eventually got on board to throw in Theo and Adrian again. I'm not sure why she even said that, and then it kind of just like it just kind of went like by the wayside. No one even mentioned that Michaela said that, and like it just kind of fell off as far of a story as the
it's a
storyline goes.
strange meet. Yeah, that's why I was like, but not a good move for her if it did come back to her, because not cool, like not trustworthy, not necessary. And also, like, if you don't want Theo and Adrian to go in at this point, just because they're a good, what she was saying, they're a good safety net to keep throwing in all the other times,
Yeah.
then why not Turbo and Sydney, who is a good team as well? I just don't understand.
I think well, I think that everyone's afraid of Turbo. I just think it's a they don't want to get on Turbo's bad side. I mean, you saw his speech during the jury tonight, where he made up a poem about
I
that stuff is fun though. I mean
I
that
loved
stuff's
both of
fun
their speeches.
because I think Theo's looking at that as like, okay, he's getting good screen time. I'm not gonna turn into Turbo here and start calling him a pussy chicken back to there's no like he's obviously and it's a fun dynamic for
And
for
when
that
you write someone a poem for that's
sure
fun. I mean, that
yeah
was all in good fun. I think all of them took at that on the
yeah.
chin and were good sports about it. And I would bet that those two are fine and friends.
Oh,
Like,
sure. Yeah.
close
Theo
friends.
and
Yeah, I
Turbo,
don't.
for
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
type of
they're
friends
shit
they're going to
talkers. They're
be.
shit talkers.
They live in like different countries, but sure, yeah, they're whatever type of friends they can be doing that long distance
Dear
friendship. Uh,
Turbo.
yeah, pen pals. Yeah.
You bet.
So let's talk about well, before we get to the jury, the scene that maybe you're forgetting, and I'll remind you of it here. They go to
Okay.
a scene of like they're at the gym. They're at like the at home gym, like they're at the house gym. And it starts off with Nani saying that that Theo is different this season. He's not fun this season. And then it goes to someone else expressing concern about Theo, and then Michaela jumps in and she says that the reason that he's not fun is because Olivia is the wrong woman for Theo. She just straight out
Oh,
says it. You remember this? And
yeah,
I'm
I
like,
do.
and I was like, Michaela, this is 3 weeks in a row where they
I thought
showed
this whole time they
Michaela.
were talking about Turbo and Sydney and the partner. I thought they were talking about Turbo this
Whoa,
whole.
maybe then did I read this? I swore it was about
Yeah, because
Theo.
I was like, they're because
No,
for
because it's because I think I'm right here because Nani started off by saying that Theo's not fun this season. She wouldn't have said that about Turbo because Turbo
I
is
thought
having
she was
fun this
saying
season.
Turbo is not fun
No, because
this season.
no, because then Michaela says that he's with the wrong woman. We don't know that
I
Turbo's
thought
with anybody. This is Theo. This is
I
Theo.
thought they meant partnered with. I totally, and I am
Oh,
probably
then I see what you're
wrong,
saying.
but in my head, I totally thought Nani said Turbo is not fun this season, and they meant because he's with the wrong woman,
All right.
meaning
Well, let's
Sydney.
for
But
argument's sake, just for my next comment, let's
okay,
pretend it's Theo, and if I'm wrong, the
okay,
comments can blow up. Whatever.
I'll
So
take it.
my response, my retort back, if I was in that room with them, my retort back would be, well, first of all, Nani, you guys are on separate alliances this season. Why
Yeah,
wouldn't he work with his girlfriend? Retort number two would be maybe if you didn't throw him into 3 eliminations, he wouldn't have to prepare for 3 eliminations, and maybe he would be able to have more fun with you. But he's too
right,
busy over here preparing to possibly go home. Sorry, you can't have fun with him this season, Nani.
right.
And now those are my things. And then again, if it is Michaela talking about how Olivia is the wrong woman for Theo, who are you to say that about? Like you don't, you're are you you've seen
Olivia
their
loves
relationship.
Theo.
I said it
Olivia,
last
not
week,
Olivia, sorry,
and I said it.
Michaela. You
I
did.
said Michaela, and I said it as a joking conspiracy. But enough is enough, Michaela. Like
Right.
leave it.
He's
Like
with the wrong woman.
what are you
Maybe
talking
she
about?
does.
Get out of here.
Or for
Come on.
whatever.
Because like look, some people you can say it about it. Like like when you say like the Zach and the Jenna thing back in the day, the way that he treated her on the show, whoa, that is weird. Theo has been nothing but supportive and sweet to Olivia. I've never
They
seen them
just don't
argue
like
once.
her. Those girls don't like
I
Olivia.
get it. It's just for
They're,
her for Michaela to spit some of the words that she says this season. I like every single week it's something else with her. I'm telling you right now, it's
she's,
ridiculous.
I love Michaela, and she's right, 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 right. Then so wrong. That's where for me, it's like, okay, okay, what? Okay, what? But I like her commitment. You have to be.
Look,
She's a good
the
personality.
the challenge is making her the villain this season. They need someone to be the villain every season. They are definitely with the things that they're purposely using those cuts. They didn't have to put in the last couple episodes where
I don't
where
think
she
she's a villain. I don't think she seems like a villain either. I just think
I think that she's coming off as the villain this season, which is not like she's a good villain because I don't like her. So she's coming off as a villain for me. My point is like who if you had to pick someone as a villain, you can say Turbo maybe, but like he's more of like the like he's just he's so over the top ridiculous you don't even take him seriously half the time.
depends what
He's running
side.
around calling people dumbass pussy chicken in this episode.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, sure you
I,
are.
I don't, I would not call Michaela the villain just because sometimes what she does is so that's where we're like
Well,
now you're trying to throw in Jeremy, and it just doesn't make any sense to me, sometimes her thoughts. And sometimes I'm like, oh, right, she's right
well,
on. And
tell us in the comments below if you think
yeah,
that Michaela
I
could
don't think she's
possibly
the
be the
villain.
villain of the season, huh?
I think Theo's being portrayed as the villain.
No, because he's too much
Um,
the. No, he's too. To me, he
now
can't.
he's
He can't be the villain because he's the underdog. And I don't know if you can even name a movie or a TV show where an underdog is also the villain. Go ahead. I mean, try and name it. Right? I don't know if I can do that. I don't think it's a thing. Now our comment section is gonna be blow. I can't wait for all the comments. No, in this movie from 1992,
right.
this I'm like, okay, tell me about more about this movie from
I
1992.
wanna I wanna hear because I'm sure there is something,
The
but I can't think
underdog
of it.
being the villain as well. I
Well,
don't know.
he's
I don't see
become
it.
the underdog because he was the villain, and he just it's a chicken egg situation with Theo being the underdog or the villain. I feel like he was sort of the villain first, but it's really interesting that I didn't even realize that was about him. I don't think they just don't like Olivia. I don't think it's that. I think it just
I
comes
just
from the
look.
villain.
They showed us the
He's
conversation for a
hanging
reason,
out with his girlfriend,
and then
not
Ashley went
him.
on a whole tangent about her being a grandma. But I don't even know. I
That's
don't
what
even.
I thought
Bye,
Ashley's part.
Ashley.
That's what I took for. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought that
there
was
you go. Have fun with
hilarious.
that, Ashley. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was funny. She's like, they used to call me. I thought Ashley was being
They used
funny.
to call me millionaire. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was funny. No, it was fine.
it
But
was
yeah.
funny. She's like, I'll remember it when I thought of I enjoyed that part of it.
Okay, so jury's pretty plain and simple. Theo makes a speech. He tries to turn the votes. They still end up losing 4-3. He got some
They
leeway. He got a
should
couple
have
people.
oh no, I think Turbo, they still would have won. Okay, either way. Okay. Yeah. I
Well,
feel like if it was
that's
gonna
why
be
Theo said, "Hey, because Turbo was last to go, he's like, why don't you throw away your vote so then it would be a tie, and then who knows what would happen." So that Theo that was joking with
that was
that because that was
funny.
great. Then it goes right to the arena, and it's obviously Theo and Adrian versus Leroy and America, and they play something called Think Alike, which we kind of talked about already. Puzzle spins constantly. Uh, a fun hat on a hat situation. You know, they mixed a puzzle with something that made the puzzle more complicated. It wasn't like an endurance thing because I kind of like endurance puzzles where maybe you have to run on a treadmill while you solve it, or you have to jump. I don't know, whatever. I'm just made that up, but you know what I mean? Like something they tried to do something different, and because
Mhm.
literally, if you think about it, Pam, if they didn't have that old school playground thing that you would spin around on as a kid, I don't even know if they
Merry-go-round.
yeah, I don't even know if they have those things anymore, but they used to have like they have merry-go-rounds. That's different with the horses and stuff. But they used to have like that platform just built like that
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
handles on it, and you could
yeah.
like
Yeah,
whip yourself around as fast as
yeah.
you could. Those are so fun. I don't know if they do that anymore, but
They were fun.
they were fun.
I
Uh,
don't think I think it was fun anymore. I think like now I
oh
would
no, now we get dizzy as hell. My
is that
point with
yeah.
that though, if they didn't have that old school 1990s merry-go-round thing, it's literally they're solving two puzzles. Like, let's be real. It's thank God they
Right.
tried to do something with it,
Well,
right?
the quickness of it would make it challenging. I mean, I don't know. Again, it's like these are the kinds that it's like I don't know. That's anybody's game. It's
I was mad when I saw it. I was like, we don't, I want to see America try to do something athletic because I don't think that she can. And I wanted to see that. And all she had to do was stand on a platform, but she still lost. So that worked out. Um,
yeah.
16 seasons for Leroy at this point, no victories. The grade I will give him for his 16 seasons is a C. He's average. I'm sorry, but he is. He's never won. I think he's made it to a few finals, but then still didn't win. I'm gonna give him a C. Maybe you probably go C plus, B minus. You're gonna be nice. Oh no, you're going
I'm
C.
C minus.
C minus.
I was gonna
Wow.
say I love you, Leroy, but he's been diminishing returns too. Like as one of the vet guys he's
I'm just saying,
performed
if you
for
took
the
his
past couple
16
of.
seasons overall, how could you
So
grade a 16? Not this,
overall,
no, this season alone, he's a C minus D plus. Like this season, he didn't do anything this
but
season. He
overall,
won nothing. He went
okay.
home. And
If you get average out all 16, I'll stick with a C then than an average.
yeah, I'm saying for his entire career, this season, Pam, I'm going D plus. He didn't do anything. We didn't win anything, and he went home on his first elimination. No, he didn't do anything this season. He
Well, it
lasted because he had
were,
like friends.
yeah,
You know.
exactly. And because, I mean,
I give him a C minus because of that conversation he had with Anissa last week where he did some acting. That was kind of fun. Give him a
that
C
was good.
minus now. That
Yeah.
wasn't bad. I like that.
Yes, no, not threatening. They weren't threatening. For some reason, when Theo was trying to get the vote to be Turbo and Sydney, I forgot that it was definitely Leroy and America, and I thought Turbo or Theo wanted to go against Turbo, and I was like, I'm here for it.
Oh no,
Great.
Theo said
Yeah,
straight up earlier. He said that earlier. He's like, I'll go. Give me Theo.
yeah.
Give me Turbo. I don't care. Yeah.
But it was never going to be. Now I'm like, oh, that wasn't as exciting, their little drama, because it wasn't going to be them against each other. It was
No.
always going to be the team that got the most votes
Right.
against Leroy and America, who my money was always on the other team, unfortunately. Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, that's it. I mean, we have 8 teams left at this point. I mean, you're looking at maybe if you have 4 teams in the final, right? 4 teams sounds about right for a final, maybe more. I don't know. 4 teams.
yeah.
Then you have 4 episodes left, and then maybe a two episode final, and then a reunion if they do one. So like 7 episodes left.
Hmm.
2 more months. 2 more months of season 41. Oh my
What
goodness.
are we in right now? October?
So
So is it going to
It'll
go
end right
like
before. It'll end right
this?
before Christmas. Right before
Okay.
exactly their plan for sure. End it right before Christmas because no, maybe they do the reunion like the week or so after Christmas, but they know no one's going to watch that Christmas week, so they don't want to lose
Yeah.
ratings
So
there.
end
Their
it.
ratings are bad enough this season. Some of the episodes, like apparently one of the episodes got like the lowest viewership of all time or something.
Well, allegedly, have you heard
Hmm.
this? So I got really upset. Allegedly, MTV shutting down.
I
Now,
saw that online. I thought that was just a made up thing, though. Was that
no,
real?
it's not so the European outlets of it are, or the international. Well, what is the point of MTV?
Well,
That, I mean, honestly,
shame on MTV for showing ridiculous 24/7. This show sucks. Like why like
this
I
is
was
the
thinking
only
about it
thing
this morning, Pam. I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, who watches ridiculous? And also, you brought this up the other week. Who watches Tammy find cheaters? It's not real. Who watches that Tammy who is it? Man, I can't wait to watch Tammy tonight. She's gonna crack the
right.
code on these cheaters. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't know, and nobody has television anymore. So MTV, since you're partners with all these streaming services and your Viacom and all that stuff, just let us watch it on Paramount Plus, please. Like, it's so mean that
Right.
I had
Well,
to get a whole
here's
new subscription to watch
like
this
it's
show.
really sad that I really feel like I could figure out a way to save MTV like as a viewer from back in the day. This is what you do. It's plain and simple. You still have so many fans like you and me who are the older demographic now that if you put a brand new real world show on with people that have no history of ever being on a show, right? They put them in San Diego, they put them in Nashville, Tennessee. I don't care where you put them, but you put 7 strangers in a house that have never been on reality TV, that have like 150 Instagram followers, that do maybe they want to be famous, whatever,
Yeah.
who cares? But they've never done it before. Put them young in a house, let them drink, like be like you can be more safe with them nowadays
Or
than you were.
the
But
reunions. Do those reunions. I
the
loved those
reunions were
seasons
great,
of
but they put those on
the
Paramount
like.
Plus. They didn't put those on
Well, that's
MTV.
what I'm saying. It doesn't need to be. No, I'm
But
mad at
not
MTV.
just that.
Don't doesn't MTV fine be absolved, be just a streaming thing? Fine. Don't make me get a whole new subscription to watch just MTV. It's really put your shows that people watch
Right,
on
but
streaming platforms.
also to bring back the music, right? Because they were huge into music, TRL and stuff. I get that might not work anymore because streaming's done. But they what they used to do, and they still kind of do it on the challenge, but they'll feature a song and they'll put that artist's song on there to kind of advertise that music. And they used to do it. I think they used to do it in the real world too. But like bring that's how you kept the MTV, the music part of your thing, still alive because you were going away from it
stream it. Let us get MTV streaming, please. Don't make it so hard to watch your
I don't
channel.
know. I just think that there's a way, and like I don't why does MTV does ridiculous must draw in rating like from who? These
No,
13
I
year olds like that are I don't know who's watching this.
I don't
It's
think
crap.
anyone's watching any television. That's what I'm saying. I don't even think anyone has TV anymore. So I think that what they're getting like all the they are Paramount Plus is a part of them. So they're making their money from all the other things. I'm guessing that like MTV, the channel on cable, is a throwaway thing at this point. So why would you put one show that does draw? No wonder people can't view it. The lowest viewership. It's so hard to view.
Well, let me ask you this, Pam.
Nobody has cable.
Pam,
People
so they MTV did other reality shows too, and but they were very unique reality shows. So like Rob Dyrdek has now become like the Mr. MTV, but his original show was called Rob and Big. Did you ever watch that show?
I no. I mean,
It
I know what it is, but
it was excellent because it had
good.
the comedy, it had the two people from two completely different cultures coming together and like it had because that's what the real world was too was all these people from different cultures coming together and you learn about how people are different. Robin Big was like the same way and it was really funny. They wrote some really great. I mean, it was written, but it was reality written. I don't care. It's so good. But then and even when he did his factory show, but then now it's turning to the ridiculous thing. It's just not. So you have to find new young talent like that because Rob is old now. He doesn't want to have live with a guy. He wants like he probably has a family now. He doesn't want to. But you got to find new young talent that's interesting and fun to watch.
Yes.
Like do I think they tried to bring back MTV Cribs, but they didn't do it right. I mean, there's a bunch. They need to get back to what
Do
worked.
all the shit they did. Do the dating shit
I
again. The
get that. Yeah, I get that times have changed, but like not enough. You can go back and people are still interested in what other people are doing with
and
their
those
lives, man.
dating. Remember the dating thing where they would be like next and get the
It was called Next, and
next.
they were on the
Yeah.
Next bus,
Oh, I
and it was
love it.
fantastic. It was on every day after we got out of school. Stacey and I actually talked about this. She's like, when I got home from school, Dan, do you remember there was a show that I would get home and the people would get off a bus and then immediately they could just say next to them, like.
Love it.
Is it too mean now? Are we too sensitive? It's like,
Oh,
come on, we're just having. It's just a silly show. Oh my goodness. Anyway,
yeah, no, I think I agree, but also let us be able to watch it. If you want to keep stuff, let people watch it. Or like sell MTV as an app subscription so we can
no,
stream
and they
it.
should do some of that. But also, stay. I just called you Stacy. Also, Pamela, what you can do is I have Hulu, and Hulu comes with live TV now, and boom, MTV's right. So Hulu's actually
I know
really
I
cool
have
because
I
you
have to
get a
get
bunch of stuff for a decent price. Where back in the day when I just had DirecTV, I was paying like the same price just to have live TV. Now I get Hulu plus live TV plus Disney plus ESPN for the same price, basically. It's pretty
well,
cool.
I have Hulu, whatever. Anyway, I have a question for you that's also on a tangent, but not this tangent. What is your family? Do you guys have a family Halloween situation picked out?
Oh
And
yeah.
what,
Well, now that
yeah,
we have the girls,
what is it going to
yeah.
be that you picked? What's the family going to
So
be?
last year we only had one. We had one daughter. Her name is Olivia, and she was Ursula. And Rosie the dog, who's behind me here, she was Ariel. So that was the kind of like
What are you in
because
Stacy?
Olivia would like pick on Rosie, so that's why we did that. Now this year, Olivia is obsessed with cats right now. She loves cats, so we got her a full onesie cat costume. We bought Stella, who doesn't she doesn't do anything yet, but we bought her the exact same one, but a smaller version, onesie full costume, and then we bought Rosie cat ears, so all three of them
Oh,
are going to be cats. And there you go.
awesome. So you
And
and Stacy aren't going to be any, you're not
I
going to
think
be,
eventually we'll start doing stuff, but no, right? When
okay.
we start like actually walking the neighborhoods and doing the trick, because they're not going to do trick or treating, obviously they're too young. But then
Okay.
I think we will have a little more fun and we'll put on some costumes and or I'll just walk around and be like I'll be like how Jim used to dress up from the office. He would like he'd be like a three-hole punch and he put three dots on his shirt, you know, something
Right. Just something ironic, but Disney Dan, you have to keep your childhood wonder and yeah,
that is true. That is true.
gotta dress up. Gotta take this opportunity when you've got kids to
With the girl. Yeah, and
and you can
I
control
think
what they want to be
especially
and they don't want to be brain rot, Italian brain rot or something. Like you can still control them at this point. The
well,
kids that
here's the
are
thing
like,
though. I think it'll be more fun if Olivia comes to me and because she's kind of talking now, but not enough to tell me what she wants, like as far as what. But if she's like, "Dad, will you be this for Halloween and I'll be this?" I mean, Oh my God, melt my heart. I'm gonna do it. Whatever, yeah, whatever you want. I will go all out and dress. So that will be more of my reason to dress up for sure. When she asks, "Can we do like this thing together?" Heck yes, whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be something stupid. So brace yourself. In a
I
couple
don't.
of years, you're going to have to do something real stupid for your
Stupid's
kid.
my middle name. I mean, anyone that watches this show knows that. So I mean, come on, we're good with that. I don't mind being stupid. And you and Luke are dressing up for Halloween?
I am going to my friends in LA tomorrow to trunk or treat with a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old. So they have their
Hmm.
school like parade.
Yes.
So you have to dress up because I have to run the trunk or treats. Well, I have a flapper dress in my
Oh,
closet
there
from
you go.
Luke's holiday party 2 years ago. So that
You're
is,
ready.
I'll be a flapper,
You're ready.
but their family is going to be, like Frappuccino, Frappuccino. I think your kids are too young for that, and you probably don't know about it. Their
What's it?
family, my friend's family, they're going to be Italian brain rot because the kid likes it. If you
I don't
don't
even
know,
know what that means. You said it to me earlier. I was like, I don't. What does Italian brain rot mean?
nothing.
I'm half Italian and I still don't know what that means. So there you go.
So the young kids it started with brain rot, just like skibbity toilet, skibbity, you know what that is. Doesn't matter. You'll learn the slang of the youth one day when your kids are young enough to care about the pop slang. Don't know. It doesn't mean anything to me.
Right. Okay. Well, look, we'll see y'all next week. Can't wait. Episode 14 coming your way. We're gonna cover it, and we'll see you then.
See you then.
Bye.